Residents across parts of northeast Victoria and Gippsland were again forced to flee today as fires continue to rage across the state.
Our focus today is just protection of life. That's the absolute focus for us today. So our firefighter safety and the protection of our communities.
Late yesterday, Premier Daniel Andrews extended the state of disaster for 48 hours, amid fears mega fires would be created in worsening conditions. Incident control rooms have been set up across the state, with all agencies in one place to allow a coordinated approach.
We have police, ambulance, we have CFA, we have SES, we'll have representatives from the local councils and Vic Roads.
And this afternoon, all eyes were on the strong winds and cool change expected late in the day.
There is a severe weather warning current. We could see damaging winds across eastern and northeastern areas, quite hazardous across those fire grounds this afternoon.
There could be some slight reprieve for fireys over coming days, with cooler temperatures forecast from tomorrow and even a chance of rain early next week.
They've been working really hard for a very long time across a large portion of the state, but they'll continue to provide an amazing service to their communities like they do. They're unbelievable people and they are going above and beyond to keep everybody safe.
Renee Arndt, Win News. Melva Pianta is horrified after witnessing more than a dozen cygnets being taken from Lake Ngambie.
So all the swans were out there in the middle of the lake and the jet ski came through, split them all up, and I thought they were just larrikins and I'm going, go away, go away.
But it seems their intentions were much sinister as they rounded up the waterbirds.
The net came out, went over the top of them, and they must have pulled it tight and they shot off down the river.
The baby swans were taken last Monday and it's believed the same blue jet ski returned to the lake the following night. This is where the 16 cygnets used to live, but now only the parents remain, with the community deeply disturbed over the wildlife theft.
Attacking or, going up and harassing our wildlife is just not on.
Reports were made to the Victorian Fisheries Association, police and STRATHBOGIE Shire. Council's now reviewing safety and security around the lake.
The Waterways Committee has been looking at whether CCTV is appropriate along the waterways.
Anyone else who saw any suspicious activities on the lake last week is urged to contact Fisheries. Renee Arndt, Win News. The dive crews are setting off to search the muddy banks of the river for the missing swimmer.
Visibility will be very low, probably nil visibility at all. It'll be very snaggy on that bank. There's lots of fallen trees and so it won't be an easy dive.
They're joined by New South Wales Police, maritime crews and SES looking for any sign of the Samoan national who is believed to have drowned while swimming with friends across the river at Town Beach.
We'll continue the search until hopefully we can get a successful resolution for the family and friends.
The vessel's sonar is indicating we're looking at about anywhere from 2.8 to 4 to 5 metres in particular patches, little holes here and there.
With the current extremely strong and unpredictable for people who are new to the area.
Swimming in a river is dangerous. You know, we try to impress on people to swim with mates, don't swim alone, don't swim whilst intoxicated, and if you can't swim, just stay out of the water.
The 23-year-old was pulled under the water around 4 p.m. yesterday, with a search called off late last night, and it continues today with authorities exhausting all efforts in the recovery mission. A tragic end to a fun afternoon for a young man who was in town for seasonal work.
The Samoan consulate has been informed. I believe his brother's aware of it and making those arrangements with his family.
Renee Arndt, Win News. A stolen Nissan Navara used as a tool to break out the ATM from the Namurka servo. 3 thieves can be seen getting out of the vehicle as they try to smash open the machine for cash. But their attempts fail, seeing them resort to Plan B, wrapping the ATM in chains to be dragged along the road. The owners who live at the back heard the commotion and raised the alarm around 1:30 this morning.
The owners are upset and frightened by this ram raid. This is the 3rd incident that's happened this year at the Caltex service station, so they're very scared for their well-being.
Broken glass and a smashed-up wall show the destruction of the ram raid, the chaos continuing down the Goulburn Valley Highway as the ATM causes sparks and ignites a grass fire.
One of our first arriving members on scene was confronted with a large crop fire and roadside fire. and very promptly escalated for 10 appliances to be responded to bring that fire under control.
The machine was found 2 kilometres down the road, unopened. The ute was later found burnt out on the side of the road, 2 kilometres past the Barma pub. Police are asking anyone who saw anything suspicious in the town around 2 a.m. to come forward.
It's a very distinct Nissan Navara ute with a cage on the back, and it would have been travelling in a northerly direction on the Golden Valley Highway. It's travelled down the Nathalia Road and headed towards Barma.
Renee Arndt, Win News. Farmland now, but soon Cassandra Rowe's neighbour will be a giant abattoir.
It changes our whole life. It puts us in financial ruin. It puts our kids' health at risk.
The home they bought a year ago is the little white dot surrounded by red, which is the land that's been purchased for the facility that will process 3,000 sheep a day.
Imagine sitting, even here now with the windows open, with the odour coming straight in, the wind comes this direction, flies, everything. It's not great.
The GILLIESTON community's been fighting to stop the plan, making 14 objections, but the permit's now been approved.
We do understand that those concerns. We do realise that living in that could impact their lifestyle, but we also have to understand that this is a farming zone.
Economic growth and a jobs boost are some of the benefits.
120 jobs will be created, and there'll be jobs during the construction and jobs during the operations of this facility.
Once opened, 27 trucks are expected to visit the site daily, including 5 B-double livestock deliveries and 8 semi-trailer meat collections. Locals are now considering going to VCAT.
We have a little bit of faith that there is another step for us, because while the council puts a hand up and says yes, we still say no. We've said no the whole time.
Renee Arndt, Win News.